Money is a very important part of our lives. Money decides where we live, the quality of our education, how we take care of our health, what kind of job we have, our love relationships, and even how we are going to live when we are old. However, some people always seem to have their finances under control, while others live hand-to-mouth with no savings. Well, the key is financial planning. Imagine you have a map for a trip. If you know where you are going and how to get there, you are more likely to reach your destination without problems. Financial planning works the same way. It gives you a roadmap to achieve your financial goals, whether it is buying a house, paying for your studies, or simply living without financial worries. In this video, we're going to explore why planning your finances is so crucial and what you need to learn to live a good financial life. So now, let's get started. Number 1. You must have a budget. This is the basis of good financial planning. At first, it may seem a little complicated and even overwhelming, but believe me, it is easier than it seems and the benefits are enormous. First, what is a budget? Basically, it's a plan for your money. That is, it helps you decide what to spend and how much to save. The first thing you need to do is know what your income level is. This includes your salary and any other extra income you may have. It's important to be precise here so your budget is realistic. Now, write down all your expenses. Divide your expenses into 2 categories: fixed expenses and variable expenses. Fixed expenses are those that do not change each month, such as rent, mortgage, and utilities, such as electricity or gas. Variable expenses are those that change month to month, such as food, clothing, and money spent on entertainment, such as going to the movies. Once you have your income and expenses written down, subtract your expenses from your income. This will show you if you are spending more than you earn. If you have money left over, you can use it to save or invest. If you are spending more than you earn, you need to reduce your expenses. Nowadays, you don't have to do all this by hand. There are many apps and programs that can help you make a budget quickly and easily. Applications like Mint, Inab, or even Excel can be very useful. The key to making a budget work is consistency. It is not enough to do it just once, but you should review it frequently and adjust it if necessary. Start today, and you will see how your financial life improves little by little. Number 2. Set a limit on unbudgeted expenses. This is, basically, putting a limit on expenses that you had not planned. We know that buying something impulsively can be very exciting and give you a feeling of immediate satisfaction. We've all been there, but that emotion usually wears off quickly and you're left with things you didn't really need or want. If you find yourself doing this often, it's time to stop, because it's the opposite of having good financial habits. Next time you're at the mall, try the 1% rule for spending money. This rule is simple. Before buying something that costs more than 1% of your annual income, wait a day. For example, if you earn $25,000 a year, according to this rule, you must wait 1 day before spending more than $250 on a purchase. This rule applies to small expenses, that is, things you want but don't need urgently. Basically, it's for when you have that internal struggle in your head wondering if you really need something or just want it because it looks good at the moment. The 24-hour cooling-off period gives you time to reconsider the purchase. Why not take an extra day to think about whether you really need it? After those 24 hours, you may realize that you don't love him as much as you thought. So, next time you go shopping, remember this practical tip and give yourself that time to reflect. Number 3. Stop using credit cards. Although credit cards can be very useful and even necessary in certain situations, they can also become a big problem if you don't manage them well. If you rely on credit cards to survive, you could soon find yourself with a mountain of debt. Many people fall into the bad habit of depending on their credit cards to cover basic expenses such as food, rent, or mortgage. After paying all this, they continue using the cards until the day they collect their salary, which creates a cycle of debt which is difficult to break. In fact, today it is Americans themselves who are burdened by credit card debt. Therefore, try to stop using them completely until you develop the discipline to handle them responsibly. Number 4. Open a savings account. Having a savings account is one of the best ways to keep your money safe, as well as helping you have more control over your finances. You can't keep your cash somewhere in your house and expect it to grow. Money held in cash does not earn interest, meaning its value will not increase over time. Additionally, having large amounts of cash can be dangerous as it is easy to lose or steal. Even carrying all your cash in your wallet is inconvenient and impractical. Instead, with a savings account, you can get a debit card and use it at any ATM. This not only makes accessing your money easier, but you can also shop without having to carry cash. So if you don't have a savings account yet, consider opening one as soon as possible. Before continuing with the video, if you find this content useful, I encourage you to give it a like and subscribe to continue enjoying our content. Now, let's get back to business. Number 5. Understand how loans work. When it comes to loans, it is essential to understand how they work before making any decision. Many people get confused and end up with large debts without understanding the reasons. Loans are basically borrowed money that you have to pay back later with interest. You can obtain loans from banks, financial institutions, or even private lenders. Sometimes, needing a loan is unavoidable, whether to buy a house, pay for college, or cover unexpected expenses. However, one of the biggest risks of not understanding loans is the impact on your credit history. If you are unable to pay your loans on time, your credit score may be negatively affected. This is really bad, as a bad credit history can make it difficult to get loans in the future and can even influence your job opportunities, since some companies check the credit history of their employees. Therefore, it is crucial to find out about the terms and conditions of a loan before signing any document. Take the time to understand how much you will pay in interest, what the payment terms are, and what the consequences are if you can't make the payments. Number 6. Avoid eating out. Did you know that cooking at home can be a super effective way to save money? Yes, it's correct. Many times, choosing to prepare your meals at home instead of going out to eat can make a big difference in your pocketbook. Think about it like this. Eating out at restaurants every day can add up to a lot of money at the end of the month. Sure, it's nice to treat yourself to a fancy restaurant every now and then, but doing so every day can be expensive. A good idea is to make a meal plan for the week. This helps you organize your meals and make sure you have everything you need at home. Even if you're not an expert in the kitchen, don't worry. You can find plenty of easy recipes and useful tips on the internet to get you started. In addition to being cheaper, it can also be healthier. So the next time you wonder how you can save some money, you should choose to avoid eating out. You'll see how those small changes can make a big difference in your budget. Number 7. Read books about finances. There is a saying that says, the best investment you can make is to invest in yourself. And believe me, reading books about finances can be one of the best investments you make in your life. This may sound very theoretical, but it is actually true. Unfortunately, many people underestimate the power of reading, especially when it comes to financial education. Financial education is essential to be successful in managing your money, and financial books can offer you a wealth of knowledge and practical advice that can help you make wiser decisions with your money. The key here is continuous learning. The more you read and absorb information about finances, the sharper your financial skills become. In other words, when you have a good understanding of basic financial concepts, you are better prepared to make informed decisions and avoid making costly mistakes. Some books on finances that you should read are The Richest Man in Babylon, written by George Clason, where the author offers us financial advice based on ancient Babylonian teachings on topics such as saving, investing, and creating wealth in an easy-to-understand way. Another book that might be useful is called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This author interviewed more than 500 successful people, including entrepreneurs, leaders, and visionaries, to discover the secrets of their success so that everyone can apply them in life. Daily life. These are just a few examples, but there are many other excellent personal finance books available. I recommend you do your own research and find those that best suit your interests. However, you should keep in mind that learning new fields goes beyond books. In addition to reading, the search for knowledge can be expanded through online courses, as platforms such as Coursera, Udemy, and Khan Academy offer a variety of free courses. There are also many blogs and websites dedicated to financial education, where you can find free articles, tips, and resources to improve your financial skills. You can also follow YouTube channels like this one, where every week we release several videos with useful tips to help you with your financial education. Regardless of the source you choose to learn, it is important to look for reliable, verified information to ensure you receive quality financial education. Number 8. Prepare for the unexpected. It is essential to be ready for the unforeseen. Those problems that arise out of nowhere and can destabilize us. The best way to do this is by saving money for emergencies. Many of us do not think about these unforeseen events, and when they occur, we pay a very high price. For example, think about the 2020 disaster and how many people around the world lost money because they were not prepared. Therefore, experts recommend having an emergency fund that covers between 3 and 6 months of expenses. This means having enough money saved to pay for your basic needs, such as rent, food, and utilities, for several months without income. Imagine that you suddenly lose your job. If you have this emergency fund, you can prevent a small crisis from becoming a big problem. Furthermore, saving this money gives you peace of mind and security. Knowing that you have a financial cushion will allow you to face difficult situations more calmly. Another good practice is to save enough money to cover your monthly expenses, considering how long it would take you to find a new job if you lost your current one. For example, if your monthly expenses are $500 and you think it would take you 3 months to find a new job, then you should have at least $1,500 saved. This ensures that you can stay afloat while you look for new opportunities, avoiding the stress of not knowing how to pay the bills. In summary, in this video we have explained the importance of financial planning and the advice you should follow if you want to take control of your money, improve your financial situation, and achieve your dreams. What other strategies do you know that could help us improve our personal finances? We read you in the comments. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to keep up to date with our next content. Thank you for watching.